Hey, fellow Marines, before you retain one of those law firms who are advertising for Camp Lejeune cases 24/7, know that every law firm is not equally qualified to handle your case. Just ask those lawyers, how many years have you been practicing complex toxic tort litigation? What is your success in achieving monetary values for your clients? How many military veterans have you represented? How many cancer victims? And most importantly, what positions of national leadership has your firm held in similar litigations? And what's your track record? When you speak to Weitz and Luxenberg at 877 Marines, you won't find better answers elsewhere. Choosing the right law firm could be the biggest financial decision of your life. So choose wisely. Call 877 Marines today or visit askthoselawyer.com.
Our firm has a history working on mass torts, cases like this where there are tens of thousands, maybe 1 million people who were in and out of Camp Lejeune. And so we have a history and a proven record of representing numerous people and being able to look at each person as an individual and also manage a large number of cases.
Oftentimes we are alerted to a community where there has been some environmental contamination. We take concerted efforts to protect everyone in the community, protect them from any toxic exposure that they may be faced with. In the recent past, we have helped communities in upstate New York establish medical monitoring programs. This will give them decades of treatment from doctors so they can catch the early onset of diseases before they become full-blown diseases. And of course, in a lot of communities where environmental contamination occurs, we have low-income people who may not be able to afford health insurance. And so these medical monitoring programs, which are often paid for by the polluter, are an integral way to protect people who have been exposed and may not have the means to protect themselves. And we can help individuals establish those medical monitoring programs in situations of environmental contamination.
Usually polluters are quiet about it. They don't come forward and say we've contaminated drinking water supplies, the air we breathe. The sad thing here is the military did at some point know that there was contamination of the drinking water and it didn't inform people. And so a lot of people were injured. Children died, adults died. And then when it came out in 2000s that there was this contamination because there were so many people who were sick who were stationed at Camp Lejeune, there was a lawsuit that was filed. The plaintiffs lost because of statute of repose, these various defenses that the government was able to raise. They would not have been able to raise some of them if it had been told to these service people early on at the time they were exposed. So that's sort of the history and the big picture about what happened to the people at Camp Lejeune.
When we joined the Marines, we were ready to sacrifice our lives to defend this country.
We were proud to wear the uniform of a United States Marine.
But we never expected to get cancer from the toxic water at Camp Lejeune.
For our fight right now, we need tough lawyers who understand our values.
The lawyers of Weitz and Luxenberg are battle-tested, with over 3 decades of experience
fighting for over 20,000 veterans.
And real American heroes like us.
They're lawyers who have won over $19 billion in
verdicts and settlements. Make the right decision.
Contact Weitz and Luxenberg today.
Were you a Marine injured by the water at Camp Lejeune? Then call 1-877-MARINES. No one fought for our country like you. No one will fight for you like us. Call 1-877-MARINES. That's 1-877-MARINES.